When it comes to sales and being in sales, how can you tell if you're dealing with an immature salesperson? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Honolulu, Oahu on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about immature salespeople. So one of the first traits is being flustered easy. And I see this happen a lot when salespeople are struggling, or when salespeople haven't been out in the field long enough to learn the common strategies that buyers have. Sometimes they'll get interrupted, sometimes they'll get objections, sometimes the buyer tries to put false time constraints on them, and they get really flustered. They get to the point where they don't know what to say, they don't know what to do, their presentation gets out of order, and it causes them a lot of problems. Now, I will tell you that sometimes buyers do this on purpose to see how good you are at sales. That's one reason. The second reason is some like buy-in schools teach you to do this so that you can get a better deal. And I've sat down with people before that they've interrupted me consistently over and over and over again in the hopes that I would get flustered, that I would just give up, or I'd give them a crazy discount and they would be ready to move forward, right? So you got to know that sometimes this is done on purpose to get you, and sometimes it's your fault because you're not prepared for it. And there's lots of things that you got to prepare for. There's things that you got to know that happen consistently in sales. Buyers interrupt you. Other people interrupt you. The sales process never goes like with what you want it to. Put the sunglasses on here for a second. You have things break in your presentation. You have other salespeople try to rush you down. You have other people that come in and cause you problems with your sales process. And like the more that you could just roll with it, and the more that you could just go, yeah, no big deal. One of the best ways to learn how to do that is by taking improv classes. And what they do is they teach you to say yes and they teach you how to, big plane flying over the top of me. They teach you how to just overcome weirdness that happens. So like the best tip that I can give you, if you get flustered easy in a sales process, if you're in a big city, go pay the $200 and take an improv class, and you'll find that like things that used to interrupt you and things that used to bother you, you may not care about anymore. It may not be that big of a deal. But an immature salesperson is going to get frustrated, they're going to get flustered, they're going to have issues, they're going to have problems, and then like the sale's never going to happen. That buyer is looking for you to be in a leadership role and not really have things bother you, and everything is going to be okay. So if you've never been to my channel before, and this is the first time you watch my video, you got one thing to do. Find the subscribe button and click on it every time I send out a video. There's a subscribe button down here. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Aloha.